Charlie Chaplin, one of the most iconic figures in cinematic history, achieved phenomenal success due to a combination of his talent, vision, and the unique cultural and social conditions of his time. Chaplin's rise to fame during the silent film era was nothing short of remarkable, as he quickly became the world's first global superstar, and his legacy continues to influence filmmakers and performers today. There are several key factors that contributed to Chaplin's extraordinary success. Chaplin's early training in vaudeville and his natural athleticism made him a master of physical comedy. In an era when silent films relied heavily on visual storytelling, Chaplin's ability to convey humor, emotion, and narrative through his body movements set him apart from his contemporaries. His character, the Tramp, became iconic for his slapstick antics and distinctive walk, which combined clumsiness with grace. Chaplin's use of exaggerated gestures, facial expressions, and body language made his performances accessible to audiences around the world, transcending language barriers. Chaplin's most famous character, the Tramp, became synonymous with the silent film era. The Tramp, with his bowler hat, mustache, cane, and ill-fitting suit, represented the everyman, an outsider struggling to navigate a society often hostile to him. Despite his bumbling nature, the Tramp exhibited resilience, compassion, and hope, making him a deeply relatable figure to audiences during a time of widespread economic hardship. The character resonated with the common people, particularly in the wake of World War I and during the Great Depression. By embodying both humor and pathos, Chaplin made the Tramp a beloved symbol of perseverance. One of Chaplin's greatest strengths was his ability to blend comedy with profound emotional depth. His films often elicited laughter and tears in the same scene, a quality that distinguished him from other comedians of his time. Chaplin used humor as a vehicle to explore serious social and political issues, such as poverty, inequality, and the human condition. In films like The Kid, 1921, City Lights, 1931, and Modern Times, 1936, Chaplin combined slapstick comedy with heart-wrenching moments of vulnerability, creating a unique emotional experience for audiences. This balance of light and dark, comedy and tragedy, became a hallmark of his work and contributed to his enduring appeal. Chaplin's success was also driven by his determination to maintain creative control over his work. He not only starred in his films but also wrote, directed, produced, and composed the music for them. This level of artistic control was rare in Hollywood, especially during the early days of the film industry, and allowed Chaplin to realize his unique vision without interference. His perfectionism was legendary, often filming scenes hundreds of times until they met his exacting standards. As an innovator, Chaplin pushed the boundaries of what cinema could achieve. He was one of the first filmmakers to blend comedy with social commentary, as seen in The Gold Rush, 1925, and Modern Times, 1936, which critiqued capitalism and industrialization. His technical expertise, particularly his ability to choreograph complex physical comedy scenes, was unparalleled. Chaplin's refusal to embrace synchronized sound films, talkies, for many years, even after their popularity surged, was a bold decision that paid off with the success of City Lights, 1931, a silent film released in the sound era. Chaplin's films explored universal themes that resonated with people across the globe. While his humor was often rooted in slapstick, his stories dealt with timeless issues such as love, poverty, and the struggles of the human spirit. Chaplin's ability to address these subjects in a way that was both humorous and deeply touching helped him connect with audiences from diverse cultural backgrounds. His themes transcended national boundaries, making him a beloved figure in countries far beyond the United States and the UK. Chaplin was deeply influenced by the political climate of his time, and he used his films to comment on social and political issues. His film The Great Dictator, 1940, a satirical take on Adolf Hitler and fascism, was both daring and revolutionary. At a time when many were reluctant to criticize Hitler, Chaplin boldly took a stand against tyranny and oppression. This film was not only a critical success, but also a statement of Chaplin's commitment to using his art as a platform for social change. Chaplin's empathy for the underprivileged and marginalized was evident in his work. His portrayal of the tramp, who was often poor and struggling, reflected his own humble beginnings and his desire to give a voice to those who were overlooked by society. Chaplin's films provided commentary on the excesses of capitalism, the dehumanizing effects of modernity, and the importance of compassion and humanity in an increasingly industrialized world. Perhaps one of the most remarkable aspects of Chaplin's career is his ability to endure through significant transitions in the film industry. He successfully transitioned from silent films to talkies, though he was initially resistant to the change. His ability to adapt and continue producing successful films, even as the cinematic landscape changed dramatically, is a testament to his versatility and skill as a filmmaker. Despite the challenges of the sound era, Chaplin remained relevant, producing films like Monsieur Verdot, 1947, and Limelight, 1952, which continued to explore complex social issues with his signature blend of comedy and pathos. Charlie Chaplin's phenomenal success can be attributed to his extraordinary talent as a performer, his innovative approach to filmmaking, and his deep understanding of the human experience. By creating universally relatable characters and addressing social issues with humor and empathy, Chaplin became a beloved figure whose influence extended far beyond the world of cinema. His work continues to be celebrated for its timeless appeal and its ability to inspire laughter, reflection, and emotional connection across generations and cultures.